Rambling and rambling on about nothing certainly runs in the Labour government. David Lammy has been one to watch after his previous disgusting statements about Trump have resurfaced. Now he has been asked about them and has made a controversial response. In today's video, we will see what he has said, whilst also going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we have new Stuck Farmer t-shirts available on our store. Go grab them now. They are available at britishstand.com or check the link in the description. David Lammy has refused to apologise for calling Donald Trump a Nazi sympathiser in the wake of the 45th president's electoral success this week. The Foreign Secretary was pushed on whether he thought Trump had changed since he labelled him a woman-hating, neo-Nazi sympathising sociopath 6 years ago. On social media, the Tottenham MP had written, "Trump is not only a woman-hating, neo-Nazi sympathising sociopath, he is also a profound threat to the international order that has been the foundation of Western progress for so long." And the year prior, he said, "Yes, if Trump comes to the UK, I will be out protesting on the streets. He is a racist, KKK and Nazi sympathiser." But speaking on the BBC's Newscast podcast, Lammy threw out his own statements as old news. He said he had made inroads with Trump in September because he felt it in my bones that he would return to the White House. He told the broadcaster, "My gut had been telling me, but also my head had been telling me, that they were in a strong position. I think that what you say as a backbencher and what you do wearing the real duty of public office are two different things. And I am Foreign Secretary. There are things I know now that I didn't know back then." He added, "You don't get to be a senior politician in our country unless you can find common ground. I'm well known in Westminster. I get along with folk, I just do. Have a watch."
To put one more quote to you from Time magazine in 2018, and you said, "Trump is not only a woman-hating, neo-Nazi sympathising sociopath, he is also a profound threat to the international order that has been the foundation of Western progress for so long." And I put it to you, you are now the UK's chief diplomat. This back catalogue of quotes matters, doesn't it? Because if he decides at some point in the future to weaponise these, to throw them back at you and therefore to the UK, that's to our detriment, isn't it?
He didn't seem to think it mattered a few weeks ago.
But he might change his mind.
I don't know. Come on. I think that the truth is, when you're doing this job, you understand the extent and breadth of the US-UK relationship. There are 11,000 troops, US troops in this country. There are tens of thousands of US troops across Europe. We have the closest of intelligence capabilities, the best in the world, on demonstration before the Ukraine war, and working effectively to keep the skies safe over Israel just a few weeks ago. So anyone who heads up America, or indeed our country, understands that. He understands that because he's done the job of being president before. And in the end, he's finding common ground, just as I'm finding common ground. You don't get to be a senior politician in our country unless you can find common ground. And I might just say to you, with David Cameron as a leading Tory, he asked me to do his review. With Theresa May, even with Liz Truss as my opponent, you know, Chris, that I'm well known in Westminster. I get along with folk. I just do. It doesn't mean you don't have sharp battles.
You might want to get along with him, but maybe he doesn't want to get along with you.
You get along with folk, even people who have different politics.
What are your thoughts on David Lammy's original tweets and his refusal to apologise for them in this BBC interview? Let us know down in the comments section below. In other news, Donald Trump's victory means Nigel Farage has a shot of being Prime Minister at the next general election, Theo Usherwood has claimed. The comments came as Donald Trump was victorious in securing his position of President-elect in the US election. Farage has positioned himself as Trump's primary British connection, offering to help the UK navigate potential trade challenges with the incoming administration. Britain is really going to have to roll out the red carpet for Trump very quickly. If we don't, a great opportunity will be squandered. Farage said. Speaking to the media, former LBC political editor Usherwood explained that Trump's new appointment could have political implications for Farage in the UK. He said, "Trump is very close to Farage. Farage was down at Mar-a-Lago on the night on, in the early hours of Wednesday, and he's always had that easy relationship with Trump. Of course, I think Farage would see himself as having a shot at the top job of being Prime Minister of this country in 2029. For many political analysts, that just seems out of reach. But if you see the Trump administration being successful, particularly around dealing with the southern border tax policies, cutting taxes. In this country, we've just seen the tax take go up by £40 billion. Actually juxtapose that, a Trump administration against what we see in this country over the next 4.5 years. Then actually, it's very plausible to see Nigel Farage campaigning in that general election against Keir Starmer and actually having a much better shot because he can point to his close relationship with Donald Trump. The Reform UK leader has volunteered to assist in bridging the divide that exists between Starmer's government and Trump. Because of Brexit, Farage claims the United Kingdom is uniquely placed among European nations to conduct direct negotiations with Team Trump. However, Cabinet Office Minister Pat McFadden dismissed Farage's offer, pointedly asking, "Hasn't he got a job working for the people of Clacton that he was recently elected to a few months ago?" The government emphasised its preference for official diplomatic channels, noting Dame Karen Pierce's role as UK ambassador in Washington. Nigel Farage celebrated Donald Trump's presidential victory at a joyous party in Mar-a-Lago, Florida, cementing their close friendship on the global stage. The Reform UK leader and Clacton MP abandoned his parliamentary duties to join Republican supporters, including Elon Musk, at Trump's West Palm Beach celebration. Trump had earlier given a public endorsement of Farage at his pre-election rally, describing him as a rebel and the big winner of the last election in the UK. The 60-year-old MP's presence at Trump's victory celebration highlighted their enduring relationship, which dates back to 2016 when they first met at a Republican convention. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. I want to quickly say another thank you for helping us reach 100,000 subscribers. We started this channel just over 3 months, with the vision to show the British public the real stories from up and down the country, whilst calling out the BS the MSN try and shove down our throats. So from everyone at British Stand, thank you. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.